Greetings, welcome to the Gifted Soul Tarot. I'm going to be doing a love reading for Scorpio for the period 9th of April to 16th April. I'm going to be using the alchemical tarot deck just to give you an idea of the deck, because you won't see it while I shuffle, but it's a beautiful deck. I've also done my website, so please have a look at my website. I'd also appreciate it if you would like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and let me know how this reading resonated. It's a general reading. Wow, look at that. Lovely. I'm going to pull some advice cards. Yes, there's a lot of energy here. Here for one more advice card. There you go. So advice cards. Overall energy. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Let's just take a look at the Eight of Pentacles. That speaks about working hard on this relationship, giving it all you got, not faltering. So it's a great energy to have. Now then, let's see what we can see for Scorpio. Here we've got the Ten of Vessels. Now the Ten of Vessels speaks of unity. It speaks of every vessel working in unison for the greater good. Okay, every vessel here is together to give the output. Okay, one cannot do without the other. So it's telling you that you're not an island unto yourself. You need people. You need your other half. You need that unison. Here we've got the three of staffs. And here you can see the boat is going on steady water. It's traveling. It's guided. It's protected. Here, if you have a look on the boat very closely, you can see the eye of God. That's the eye they had in mythical times, to keep the boat safe. So we may have had, there may be adversities, but you're traveling through it unscathed, untouched, because the hand of God is on you, and He's protecting you. No harm will come to you. Okay, this relationship is ordained. Doesn't matter what your problems are. You're going to go through it plain sailing. There's a High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is the 5D of the Emperor, the Empress. So yeah, the message is to look to your higher self. Many times we look at our relationships in the carnal spirit, and we don't give much inkling to the spirituality. But there's many mysteries to be pondered. Here you can see the moon. She's in a moon boat, and she's got her hands to her mouth, which signifies secrets, okay, that have yet to be told, yet to be disclosed, but they will come out. They'll come out in the right timing, not your time, not my time, but in divine timing. This is also a card of esoteric knowledge, spirituality. So I think you've got a certain amount of spirituality that you can tap into. And also, you know, if you're feeling down, you need to tap into that 5D and speak to your higher self. You'll get a lot of answers, especially on the love front, on your relationship with your other party, Scorpio. Ah, see, this is a great union. Yeah, see, that's the King of Staffs. Now, I spoke about spirituality with the High Priestess. This is also a highly spiritual card. But the spirituality here is more that a tantric kundalini spirituality, which is, you know, being in touch with our libido. Here you can see the dragon's actually crowned himself with these scales. That crown, he's crowned himself. He's the King of Staffs. He's very confident. He's very attracted to the light. Very wise and all-knowing and highly spiritual. You know, if this person had to study esoteric work, they'd do well. Because I think you know, they've got their mindset right. Exactly where it ought to be. So I think if this is a person that's pursuing you, it's great to know that, you know, you can also tap into your 5D and second there. So I think you're pretty much alike. You know, you pretty much balance each other. And here we've drawn the absolute creme de la creme of the deck. Where we started out as the Fool. We went through all the lessons in life. We were the Hierophant, where we, you know, gathered our knowledge. We went a quarter of a way there, and we've actually finished and done a 360 as the world. And here, if you have a look at the symbol on top of her head, you'll see there's a 5-petal rose. That symbolizes the 5 senses of man. I just want to reverse this and show you that the symbol of this is the alchemical tarot deck, and it goes through the alchemical process. You know, it's a beautiful. It's the artistry is beautiful. And if you turn the card on its side, you'll see the pineal gland, the third eye chakra. So this is very symbolic to the world card. Okay. These gifts here, these wealth and abundance and vigor and strength for you, for your partner's been through the whole hog. He's been through the 360. He's well equipped. This is the ultimate card. That's the Animundi in the alchemical tarot deck, which is the world. It's called the world soul. So it's a beautiful process to go through. So this, along with your partner's spirituality, makes a great combination. Now then, we've drawn the 7 of Swords. Okay. 7 of Swords speaks of, now, because it's a love reading, it speaks of being guarded. Okay. Your partner's being guarded. There's something to do with a completion, or the completion with the world card. Definitely. The 360's been done. And that's all been complete. But now then, he or she's got to take great care. Because while they have done the 360 and they started out as the Fool and ended as the World, someone, somewhere, is coming to steal, is coming to take that they've worked hard for, they're going to attempt to take it away from him or her. Now, I apply this to the relationship. So I think there's a third party involved here. This could be the wife, if this person's been involved or is still involved. It could be the wife that's going to be interrupting things. or it could be the ex-girlfriend, or it could be a friend, but there's a word of warning here. Now that they've come to the end of this journey, someone is there that wants to take something away from them, now that it's in completion stage. So pay attention to that. That's a warning. On your advice cards here, let's look at these critically. We've got the Four of Pentacles, okay? That's a grounding energy. Now, the Four of Pentacles speaks of that bigger man. He's walking about with a crutch, not looking left or right, not looking downwards, even though there's pentacles on the floor. He's begging, and he can't see the wood for the trees. He can't see what's about him. Okay? So we need to, this is a message to learn the art of giving and receiving. That's very important. And I think it's important for your relationship, because it's easy to make wealth or to be wealthy. Okay? But there's an art to also sharing as well. Okay? And if you don't share, and if you can't share, you are no more than this bigger person. And that's what it is. So yeah, while things may be pretty good for you, you need to look around you and to examine and to have a look. Maybe there's something to do with either your partner or you, and there's something to do with money, finances, that's a bother here. Okay? Whatever it's to do with, you need to apply the art of giving and receiving both ways and both sides. And that could be anything. That just doesn't have to do with wealth. You know, it could be to do with health as well. It could be to do with vitality. It could be to do with, you know, being a free moral agent and, you know, giving. You know, just giving back that bit. And again, we've got another grounding card. That's a Two of Pentacles, where I don't know whether you or your partner or both of you are hanging on to your funds. You're hanging on to your money very tightly. Okay? That's either to do with your investments or property you're involved with. There's something to do with money, and you're holding on to it pretty tightly. So just caution here, because that goes hand in hand with the Four of Pentacles. Just pay attention to that. And I think this relationship, I'm getting the feeling that this relationship is also governed by, there's a money issue here. Now, I don't know whether it's a money issue that's connected to an ex-person, the ex-partner of your suitor or your current partner, but there's something to do with cash. There's something to do with money here. That's a bother. And then we've drawn the Two of Swords here, which speaks of a debate, which speaks of drawing the swords. And I don't know whether this is drawing the swords for you're just going to be fencing, or whether it's going to be war. Okay? So, you know, don't let that happen. And before that happens, take stock of what's here, what's in front of you, and work on trying to get a resolve. Now I'm going to draw some advance cards, and I'm going to use the Mona Lisa Tarot deck. This is also a beautiful deck. The artistry here is beautiful as well. This deck has got a very unique meaning. It's nothing like the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Can't be compared to any other deck. It's like the alchemy Tarot deck. They got very specific meanings, based on the same principles, of course. All the cards are, but the meanings are hugely different. I'm looking for clarifying cards. It's too many. You're looking for clarifying cards for the Three of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of energy here. Wow. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to take these cards because they came out. It was spat out. And I feel compelled to take this one as well, which I popped back on the top of the deck. Okay. Let's see if we can find out a little more. Now, for the 10 of vessels, I've likened that, or we've pulled the card as a clarifier, and that's the 5 of chalices. Okay, that's a card of reunion. Okay, that speaks of reunion. Nothing's set in stone. Okay, this is not a major arcana card, but you know, nothing. The message has nothing set in stone. There is going to be a reunion. Completion, a reunion. That's on your side, Scorpio. The clarifying card for the 3 of staffs is the 6 of chalices. Okay, so as I explained, you're sailing through any storm that's come about you. You're going through it unscathed. Okay, and this is married off with the 6 of chalices, which speaks of you need a helping hand. You both need to work with each other in unison and not against each other, because that's the only way you're going to build up. You know, the only way is up here, working together. You know, to achieve the, you know, the end goal. And with the High Priestess card, we pull the Tower card. Okay. So the High Priestess, as I said, there's a lot of esoteric knowledge there. You can look to your 5D, you know, look to your higher self to get answers. And you can and you should. Don't see things just on the carnal. And yeah, it speaks of loss here of worldly possessions. There's a certain amount of loss, but we can recover from the loss. The house has burned down. We're fine, we're unscathed. And don't, you know, our losses define us, okay? But this is worldly goods, okay? Now then, for the other half, we've got the King of Staffs, which is that spiritual card. And we've paired it off with the Justice card. Okay? The King of Staffs, which speaks of untold energy, which speaks of that, you know, Tantalinic, that Kundalini energy. You know, that sexual energy, that libido energy. And it's paired off with the Justice card. Know what you're fighting for. Is it worth the fight? Know what you're going into battle for. Okay, so maybe that's something you need to meditate on. Go within yourself and find out what the fight is all about. This is your partner, of course. The World card, as I said, the Animundi, the World Soul, and it's paired off with the Ace of Chalices. That's descriptive of the beauty in the woman. It's descriptive of her beauty, and that's paired off beautifully with the World card, with the World Soul card. Okay, so look about you. Look about you to see and appreciate the beauty. As I said, we've got the 7 of Swords, the project's a completion's come, there's a completion, it's come to an end, and the start of a new chapter. But just as this completion's coming to an end, there's someone, a thief in the night, that wants to steal what's yours. Now, I don't know whether that's to do with your partner's other party, ex, or what that's to do with, but it's a word of warning here that you need to, keep an eye on this. And then, of course, it's paired off with the Chariot, and in this deck, it's very significant of, before you fly, learn how to land. So it's a very significant message. So just fathom out exactly whatever your partner's going to do. They've got to be mindful of the outcome and of the result. Now the advice cards. As I said, we've pulled, pardon me, this is earth energy, this is grounding energy. Okay. Which is to do with money, it's to do with investments, it's to do with possessions. And there's going to be a debate of sorts, as I've explained. So, is it going to be a war, or is it going to be we're just fencing now? Okay. So, as I say, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. I'm now going to pull 2 oracle cards for Scorpio and Scorpio's other partner, your other half, your other person. Let's see what energy we come up with. We need an oracle card for Scorpio. Oracle card for Scorpio. Overall energy. For another oracle card that came out quick. Wow, 2 world cards. That's a double confirmation of the world card for your partner. Now the message here to Scorpio is 2 of Ariel. It's important to have balance. Working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So balance things out. Don't take the whole hog of the work. It'll burn you out. So have a good balance is what the message here is. That's the 2 of Ariel. And then for the other half, for your significant other or your partner, we've pulled the Bull card, which marries the Bull card of the alchemical tarot deck. And the message here is, it's Archangel Michael. A very happy ending. Come full circle. Isn't that wonderful? Spiritual growth and insight. What did I tell you? Spiritual growth and insight. 360. Come a full circle. That's the World card. So things are looking good. Just have a look here and take what resonates with you. I'm going to pull one health card. Thought, your thoughts. See where your thoughts are at. See what the message here is for controlling your thoughts. See if you're on the right path. This is a card for Scorpio. Okay. My health story and the law of attraction. Take heed. My health story and the law of attraction. The message here is each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life. Your money and financial assets, which are here. Your body's state of wellness, clarity, flexibility, size and shape, your work commitment, how you are treated, work satisfaction and rewards. Indeed, the very happiness of your life experience in general is all happening because of the story that you tell. And that's putting your positive thoughts out, to the universe. And when you put out positive thoughts, you reap positive thoughts. Put out negativity, it becomes a thought, it becomes a word, and it becomes an action. So put out positive thoughts to the universe and for this relationship, and your positivity will come back. Thanks for joining me. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and like and leave me some comments, and I'll pick you up in the next video.